Alright, here's where we're at with this Mantis tiller. So I fixed the recoil. I think it needs a carb clean. Unless the fuel lines are so old that it's just not getting gas to them. Nah, they feel alright. And this one right here, this is just a vent. Right? That sticks out there like that. That's weird that that sticks out there like that. But yeah, that's where that is. I think the carburetor needs to be cleaned. I adjusted the screws a little bit. I didn't get anything. I did get it to kick off for about 2 seconds. That was the most I could get. So it's most likely just a clogged up carburetor. I might even have this carburetor. I'm gonna check, we'll see. If not, I gotta take it apart. It's probably all gummed up. Because it's got good compression. It's got spark, although, I don't know, I don't think it's weak. I mean, I guess you could verify by putting gas right in the cylinder and then pulling it, and if it goes, then you know it's got good spark. But yeah, I think it just needs to have its carburetor cleaned and rebuilt, and it should run. Alright, here's what I'm going to do before I take this carburetor apart, and this is something I learned from Musty 1. You take some gas, right? 2-cycle gas. You put it in here with a little added oil. And you shoot it directly into the spark plug hole, right into the cylinder. And then you go to pull the rope. If it fires on the gas in the cylinder, that means it has enough compression and it has enough spark. That leaves one thing left: fuel. And in most cases, a dirty carburetor. That's what I'm going to do before I go pulling that carburetor off of there. I'm also going to try adjusting it some more that way out, because I'm not sure if the adjustments, the original adjustments, were correct. The high, I believe, was at 1, about 1, and the low was at 1 1/4. That sounds, I think that sounds close usually for these. I know usually I think the low is like out 3/4 and the high is out 1. But yeah, and then this one's just for your idle set. That's all that is. But I tried starting it with the trigger squeezed and the trigger down all the way. And I got to kick one time at the very first time I tried it with the trigger squeeze. So I think that was remnants of starting fluid. So that's what we're gonna do. And then if it don't start, and I know I have spark and everything, that means that carburetor's got to come off. But I am gonna look. I might have that carburetor. Although who knows? The one I have might also be dirty. But we'll see. But that's a trick I learned from Musty 1. Especially for 2-cycle equipment, it makes it easier. Because this 2-cycle stuff can be a real pain to work on. It really can. Wow, I hope I didn't cross thread that. No, I didn't. But yeah, see, it's wet. It's not to the point where it wouldn't run, but it's wet. So, yeah. So I don't. Does that mean it's getting fuel? No, I shot starting fluid in there. So we're gonna put some actual gas down there now. All right, 2-cycle oil, gas mixed. I added a little bit more oil. I used to have a straw that went onto that to make it even easier, but that's good enough. It'll squirt right in. You don't need much, just a shot. You know what I mean? That's all it takes. You don't want to go too much. Just a good, nice little shot. Just enough, right? Just enough to fire off that cylinder. If it fires off, then we know it's the fuel system. Most likely that carburetor is gummed up, because the compression sounds great. Spark was present, although this is kind of dicey with this switch being on the outside, and you know the button easily gets shut off. But yeah, it's in the on position. Let's see what happens. It should fire. If it fires now easily, then we know it's the carburetor and the fuel system, but most likely the carburetor in one way or the other. So, okay. And this handle right here is how you're supposed to do this. So, should I do it with the choke on? I guess so. Try the choke on first. Come on. It's not firing with gas directly in the thing. Does that mean I'm not getting good spark? Ah. Let me add a little more gas. Unless I'm not getting spark. Or a good enough spark. I might have a coil too for this thing. I don't know. Let me see. It's plugged in. It's on position. This is plugged in. Let's see. Now it's got spark. You add more fuel into there, maybe, unless I flooded it already. It's the only other thing, you know, you put too much in, the spark plug gets too wet, saturated, then it can't fire. It's the only other thing. No? No? You add more? I think it has compression. But it's hard to say with these things, so I put excessive amount that time. I heard it try to kick over. But, you know, an engine, a 2-cycle engine with poor compression, it's the wrong plug. CJ8. I guess they're probably all the same. CJ8, and then this other one's a CJ8Y. I don't know if that's just an updated one or if there's an actual difference. But yeah, I mean, a 2-cycle engine with a weak compression can kick over and kind of run, just not really well. So could be that, but I don't know. I don't think so. We'll see. I mean, that could be the case. Be a shame considering how much these things cost. Seemed more like it was just the pull rope that had the problem, and then he probably left fuel in it and the carburetor got clogged. But if it don't fire right from the cylinder, that's why I don't like working on these machines. They start working you out hard. These little 2-cycle bastards. Let me unplug this just in case. Okay, that's unplugged. So now it should just be, definitely have spark. In case that switch is faulty up there. Yeah, it's definitely got spark now for sure. I don't like working on 2-cycle stuff, but you know. I don't know. Don't want to fire, even with the fuel right in there. Unless I had a borescope to see that what condition that cylinder is in. There's no way for me to know for sure. Grab a flashlight. I do have a compression tester. One that's pretty accurate, but you got to be able to hold that thing on there when you do this. That takes 2 people. I'm looking right at the cylinder. can see half of it. The half I can see, I don't know, the half I can see looks fine. Ooh, dump more fuel. This time a lot more. And take a compression reading once I have another person out here to hold it up against there. And I just dumped a lot of gas in there. Alright. It's either definitely going to fire this time, or it's going to get, the spark plug's going to get flooded over to the point where it's, you know, saturated, and then it can't spark. Because when the spark plug gets to the point where the electrode is blocked by fluid, it can't spark. So let's try this again. Because I don't want to start messing with a carburetor until I verify I have enough compression. Wow, went right out the muffler. Oh, now it's too much. Damn it. Too much that time. See? It went out the muffler and then locked up on me, and I'm starting to get that feeling like a blister. That's why I don't like working on these things. Get a blister really easy, messing with them. And they work the crap out of your heart trying to start these stupid things. That's why I don't like working on them. And the spark plug is to the point where it would not fire. It's all wet. Gotta let a little bit of that out. Was what you call that petrolock, basically. Nothing's coming out that way, though. Yeah, the irony of it all, though, right? Freaking kid. He terrorized me on the bus. I terrorized him a little bit. Then we were all right again for a little while in the early 2000s, like 2000. 2001. Then during my nightmare period, it looks like he got himself a Subaru. He got involved with this other kid that lived around here that I never really got along with well, that also knew this person. And then he got compromised again. Would not reply to me. And then that person showed up on his friend list and he wouldn't reply to me, and I finally, you know, I didn't even care about that part of it. I just wanted him to reply to me. There's no reason he shouldn't have. Wouldn't reply to me, and finally I just kept letting him have it, letting him have it. Like, we're gonna find out if you're just ignoring me or if you're fucking just can't see the messages. Well, he was just ignoring me because I let him have it until he finally had to block me. It's a shame, though. It's a shame. The whole situation's a shame that it ever had to be like that for any of us. But, you know, that's the way she decided to let it roll at the end, and that's the way it rolled. You know? Didn't have to go that way. Didn't have to bring that letter down there. Didn't have to talk to me like I was some half-witted fucking moron. Then I wouldn't have ignored her that time at Jamie's other house in Aldridge. It could have been cool, but took that letter down there, and that was pretty much the end of it after that. Treated me like I'm some fucking cab driver. You know? I mean, come on, you couldn't wait 2 seconds to get back over there and then do your thing? I mean, it wasn't right for me to get mad and peel out. It wasn't. I should have stayed cool. No doubt about it. But either way, doesn't make it okay. And then to take that letter down there, and then you want to try to say something to me after that? The whole thing was just really... But I know better now. You just find yourself a nice chick that won't do shit like that. That person was not good. And they got advice from somebody that was even worse, way worse, a third wheel. Nothing but trouble. I don't know what to say. This thing is not going. Ah, wait. Maybe it's the gas in there. You know, it's not that good gas. The old Johnny boy is still a friend now. Not that that matters. But, I mean, yeah, he probably got more. He probably got more after the rubber band bag situation. He probably got more. Nope, I got talked to like I was some kind of fucking idiot you couldn't talk to. Because, yeah, nah, I didn't want none. I didn't want none, right? I wanted to be used to take people to the hospital that were getting some. Shit. That's what I wanted to do. That's my kind of fun. Yeah. I don't know. We gotta do compression test. It's the only thing left. It's gotta be up over 100, like 120. If it's not gonna run. Unless it's a weak coil. Nah, I didn't want none. I wasn't looking for none. I just wanted to take people that were getting some to the hospital. The spark plug up to the point where it was couldn't run it again anyway. So I didn't get that. I need to take a compression test real quick just in case to see.
Your light's on.
I know. Yeah, let's hold this one. I need to hold it against it. It's the kind you hold against. If it's accurate, you gotta hold it against it. And it'll tell me. It's supposed to get like over 100 with these. I think 120 is really healthy. Getting almost 100 psi. That still should be enough to start this. I mean, 2-cycle engines, really healthy. Could be, you know, uppers like 120. If it was 120, I'd say, wow, that's really good. But even at 100, that should be more than enough. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead with the carburetor at this point. Maybe it just, I keep flooding out the the spark plug, so it won't get spark, and that's the problem. We gotta open that carburetor up. Yeah, so I guess the thought was I didn't want none, so I just wanted to take people to the hospital to show people that were getting some. And then when I was working at Sunoco in 05, 06, a customer even told one of my buddies, dude, that dude needs to get laid bad. You can tell the way he's talking, the attitude he's got. Well, they weren't wrong, but I didn't get it back then. I was denied, and I wasn't having none of that, so I fought the shit out of it. That didn't help any either. You know, that just caused more problems. So it was a nightmare. And then meanwhile, this motherfucker, yep, he was friends with her right during that time period, that nightmare period. I was literally waking up because I mean, it was stuck. It was like in my head nonstop at that point because it was so bad. I was waking up and going, oh my God, is this actually happening to me right now? And I even said that one time in the courtroom. Yeah, I'm not in the courtroom, in the court outside near them. And they went, psh, because I guess they were going through a nightmare too. Hey, they're the ones that chose to do it. For me, it was an absolute fucking nightmare. And it did not have to go that way. Nope. It could have been just, we could have been cool, done whatever, and everything would have been all good. Instead, it was, hey, we used them, we abused them, we kicked them to the curb, we're done with them. Go away now. Tough fucking luck for you. And I wasn't having it. But that's just it though. Life isn't fair. I didn't get what I wanted. That person can't have kids. Hey Grace, how are you? So, in some way, they probably get some kind of comfort out of making somebody else feel pain. I don't know. I can't say. It's too bad it had to be me. But somebody had to be the fall man, right? Fortunately, it had to be me. Yeah, this is a really weird setup. It only takes one fuel line. And then the return is just this vent. I'm just wondering if this vent is blocked up. Maybe that's what's causing the problems. You know what I mean? That is so weird though. Because, you know, normally you have a receive and a return. This thing, I have never seen anything like that before. Unless this is supposed to go somewhere. Don't look like it. It was just hanging there. That is really weird. But these lines, they're not in terrible shape. Fuel should be getting up there. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. I was just looking through all my 2-cycle carburetors. And while I have a few that are similar, that are Walbros, that have one fuel inlet, they're not the same. This is a Zama with one inlet. Otherwise, right, that's your idle set. I mean, the main difference is just where the cable hooks in. On these it would have been a Z-bend. On this it's an actual that goes through that brass, say, like that. So I gotta open this one. Let's hope the gaskets aren't petrified to the point, yeah, they rip or anything. That'll be the one issue. But hopefully what the issue is a simple one. Hopefully it's just yeah, hopefully it's just, you know, gummed up in there. So, let's see. Alright, yeah, there's a little bit of crap in here, but you know what? It's this. The pump. It's not pumping the fuel, but I think I have these. I ordered them for another one. Let me go grab one. Let me just try changing that real quick first, see if that fixes it. Wow, we got lucky. So I ordered these for, what was that last year? What was that last year? Anybody remember? I made a video on it. Was it that, wasn't that Ryobi chainsaw, right? No. Something. Oh, one of these Craftsman weed whackers. And this is Echo. Quartz, and it's still the same thing. This piece is a gasket, though. I gotta get this off to get to the pump. But yeah, I don't know. There's a little bit there. I don't think it's enough though. But unless there's some kind of glue, that looks like some sticky, icky crap right there. I don't know. That's weird. It doesn't smell. I don't know. Let me see if it wipes off or if that's just some kind of glue they put on there. Yeah, it just seems to be some kind of glue. I'm not going to mess with this. I'm not opening the other side yet. I'm going to try just changing that pump out first and see if that does it. Alright, so Carb's back on with the new fuel pump. Buttons on the on position. I put the set screws back where they were because I think they were probably close to correct where they were. And let's give it a yank on choke, and then on I'll take it off choke. If it does run, I'll put the air filter cover back on, and then we'll see how she works if it runs. I don't think that carburetor was dirty, but that fuel pump was definitely shot. Alright. That's not the original gas cap, but that is an Echo gas cap. These are probably going to be tightened up a little bit. Alright, let's try this. Oh, needs to be adjusted a little bit. It started. Just conked out. Choke. Put the hand on the trigger. What happened? It's just going. He wants to go. Come on. Come on, you want to go. Ah, damn it. Carburetor maybe needs some adjusting still. It wants to go now. On. Stay on. Let's choke on. Choke halfway. It's got to stay running. I think it might need to be adjusted. Yeah. Carb screws need to be adjusted. That's all we're at here. So, 1/2, 1/4. Okay, so 1/4. Wait. 1/4. 1/2. 1/4. Put it right there. I think that's what it was originally. Full speed. 1/2. 1/4. Right there. I think that's good. Put the clamp on it. This way it's giving gas immediately. I think we got this. I don't think the carburetor was dirty. I think it just had a bad recoil. Recoil was screwed up, and the fuel pump was shot. That's it. Alright. Choke halfway. Stay on. Stay on. You got this now. You got it. How much are these things? $460? Maybe slow down the idle a little bit. Just until it stops moving. Still wants to move. There. What did I do? What did I unadjust? Alright, the choke was still halfway on. Yes. gotta be on so I can adjust it. On. Damn it! It's gotta be on so I can adjust it. I just gotta get these adjustment screws proper. That's why it's conk-a-lonking on me. That one, maybe there. The low screw back where it was. This way, I guess. Choke's gotta be able to work though. I want to see this thing operate in the dirt. The only way we're going to be able to do that though is once I got to run it good. Choke back on. Nope. Halfway. Okay. Off. I gotta find out the adjustment procedure on them screws. Let me see one of these. All the modern screws. None of them have a stupid gear. Okay. Let's see what this one's set at. That's H, that's L. L is at 1.5. I'm full. Alright. L was one turn out. H is 1.5. I'm full. And 1/4. That's what I said. When I said it, I said that's where they should be. So low. 1/2, 1 full. That's 1 turn. The low, and then the high. 1/2, 1 full, 1/4. That should be preset right there. Maybe the air filter needs to be in. Maybe that'll help things work properly. Yeah. It's not unheard of. Too much air. I mean, you know, you can't really adjust it properly if it's getting too much air, which it was. With this off, it's getting too much air. So put this back on. Just remember, choke is pulled out. Oh, what if I need to adjust that? Okay, good. I have access to all. Yeah, alright, cool. Alright. Have these screwdrivers ready, have this clamp ready. We're gonna get it. I want to see, I want to operate it in some dirt. On, up. Choke on. Throttle. See, I had it perfect there. That's what the screw is, man. That's how I changed it. Yeah, I had it. Air throttle. Choke half. Hopefully it stays running for me. I don't want to have to fiddle with that every time. Right now it is. Don't sound like it wants to stay. stay on. All right, it died. But that might be just the idle screw that I have to mess with. Give me a little spot of dirt to play in. Where, right here? Right here. Here's some spot right here. Also, that's not the original gas cap. I don't think that's the problem though. That is a gas cap made by the company. I think that low idle has to be brought up just a tad so it doesn't die on me when it's not in use. Alright, I think I got it adjusted pretty good. I think it still might be a little bit too high on idle, but anyway, other than that, here we go. One-handed, sorry. Woo! It works though. Dirt too. It still goes on its own though. That's the only thing I gotta try to. Nah, it's all right. I think I need to slow it down a little bit. But if I go to slow it down, then it wants to cut off. That's my only issue. So I'm kind of like in between leaving it there and maybe a little bit. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, see now that I lowered it a little bit. Now it sounds like it almost wants to stall. I don't know. That's pretty good. Whoop. Alright, we're good. We're good. Shut it down. Alright, so the only thing left to do now is I say paint the tines black. Real fast, wash it, maybe straighten out the shield just a little bit, and put it on for, I don't know, $250. They're $460 new. This also has to be tightened up a little bit. See how it's moving? I'm gonna have to tighten that up as much as I can. I don't know why that's like that. I don't know if that happened over time. I don't know if that's the original nut and bolt. You can see it's squeezed down on it as good as it can be, pretty much. But you know, it's shifting a little bit. And I saw aluminum foil under it before, like the guy tried to, you know, tighten it, which, you know, aluminum foil's not going to do anything. So I might try to tighten it a little bit more. I don't think there's really anything left as far as squeezing down on that. And I don't know if that's a key in between there. I really don't want to mess with that if I don't have to. It runs, it does what it's supposed to do. That dirt over there was pretty hard and it was still digging in pretty good. It works, okay? All it needed was for me to put a new recoil rope on and put a new fuel pump into the carburetor. The carburetor itself was fine. And now it runs good. He said it smelled like it was running a little rich. I think it's okay now. That's 2-cycle. They burn oil. That's how they are, you know. But they're popular because they get in these tight areas. And this is some really, really hard dirt, you know. So, and it was getting it. But I didn't want to overwork it. You know why? I'm selling it. That's not the original gas cap. The original one was this one here. They're both made by the same company. They were both made by, let's just put it this way, that one also fits, this one's black. It doesn't really matter, as long as it works. I took this one off because the seal on it, you can see it's kinda, yeah, you see it, right? The seal, it's not flat anymore. It got like kinked in there. This one's not. So I would rather have it be like this. I could always paint this one black real quick. It would take 2 seconds. You know, if the orange is throwing off the look, you know. And it still had this piece to hold it in, but otherwise it works. It vents, and that's all that matters. This one, it probably would work, but gas would probably spill out because that seal's kinked. So I'm gonna keep this one on for now. But that's it. Mechanically, we're good. Now I got some cosmetics to do. Wash it, paint those tines black, straighten this shield out a tiny bit, and that's it. Put it up for $250. You know, I mean, it don't look that pretty, but hey, it does what it's supposed to do. I'll make a little video showing it does what it's supposed to do, and that's it. This thing sat here for 4 years. That's all it needed was a recoil and a fuel pump. And luckily, I ordered those fuel pumps last fall, or we wouldn't have had it fixed right away. So, job well done. I'm gonna end this one here. I might have some editing to do because I went into some stuff that really, I don't think it needs to be on the video. If I do leave it, it's just stuff I dealt with in the last 24 hours and in the last 6 months or so. Thanks for watching, guys. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. I know these are popular over there in good old UK because the smaller garden stuff is popular there. So maybe I'll get some comments from you guys. And you know, there is a donation button. Like I said, as of now, all the revenue that's been made, I haven't touched it, and I don't think I'm gonna use it. I think if anything, it's just gonna be donated to a charity. So like at the end of the year, if it's, I don't know, whatever it is, let's just say at the end of the year it's $1,500. Let's just say that. Okay, I'll probably donate it. Not probably, it's just a matter of what. Who am I donating it to? What cause do I believe in the strongest right now? Non-political. What cause do I believe in the strongest right now? Non-political. Fighting the fentanyl crisis, maybe? I don't know. Something like that. We'll see. It's there. That's all up to you guys. I'm not asking. It's there. Okay, I don't know how things are in other parts of the world. What's what, but over here, that's the big one right now. Okay, I know people already that are homeless as a result of it. I know people who have died as a result of it, and actually the one that died, he died before it was even fentanyl. You guys saw someone knock on my window who's homeless. I don't know if he was a drug addict or not, or if he really was just down on his luck. That happens too. Who else? It's taking people down left and right here. So that might be the one I donate to, because I was able to luckily beat it and not be a slave to it or become a statistic. And I think that fighting that cause, since I'm still here, sounds like a good idea to me. So I think that's where we're gonna go with it. All right, guys, I gotta get this thing washed up. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.